think a big trap that a lot of traders get stuck into is this whole idea of this hustle culture. This mentality that the more work I do, the more money I'm gonna make. I don't think that's necessarily true, or at least throughout my journey and working with all my clients, I haven't necessarily seen that the more work you do as a trader, the better results you're gonna get. In fact, a lot of the clients I work with, the more successful ones, they would call themselves oftentimes very lazy individuals, and in a sense, at times doing the bare minimum to maintain their trading and to make consistent money into the future. It's almost a little bit of a paradox that you face as a trader, that once you've gotten to a certain stage where you have your trading plan, you've got your strategy, you know what to do in the market, then oftentimes doing less yields you more profit. And that's what I want to discuss in today's video, how you can do less as a trader and how you can make more money as a result. I'm gonna be bringing in some insights that I share in my 12-week programs. I've learned working now with hundreds of traders one-on-one. This is gonna be an incredibly valuable video, but I will say that this is probably more so put towards traders and individuals out there who already have their trading plan. They know their edge. I think getting to that point of doing your back testing, doing your learning, doing your studies to find your edge and to find your strategy and to put it into some sort of a trading plan, you can hustle and you can claw and you can do 8, 10, 12, 18 hours a day for 3 months, whatever it is, whatever's necessary to get to that stage. But then I think once you've got your system in a trading plan, once you've got that strategy there, then what I'm going to be sharing in this particular video becomes incredibly, incredibly useful. Now, if it's the first time checking into the channel, first and foremost, welcome. My name is Pat Bailouni and I'm the founder of Master Your Trading Mindset, which is an education and performance coaching business. And we work with retail and institutional traders all around the world, helping them overcome their psychological challenges and helping them get funded or scale funding, etc., etc. I've been trading myself for the last 6.5 years. After a bad beat with the round of investment, I went off and studied and learned more about the human brain and human psychology. And in a sense, it's my mission now to synthesize everything I've learned over the last 6.5 years being a trader through my studies in human behavior and psychology and working as a performance coach to hundreds of traders and having thousands of traders go through my programs now. I synthesize all the information I learn and I pass on to you guys to help you become better traders. For a very limited time only, I've opened up a free trial for the 12-week program. Now, this is my signature program that I have synthesized everything I've learned over the last 6.5 years in my own trading journey, in my studies of human behavior and psychology, working with hundreds of traders one-on-one and having thousands of traders come through my programs. This is the complete A to Z on trading mindset mastery. It's going to help you overcome your psychological challenges. It's going to help you get funded or continue to scale funding or continue to hold on to your funding. It's going to help you go off and accomplish great things in your trading and in your life. For a limited time only, I've opened up a free trial. So if you haven't been part of the 12-week program already, make sure you take advantage of this free trial. It's going to be a mind blower. I look forward to seeing you in there. When we talk about doing less and achieving more, there's a beautiful principle called Pareto's law, Pareto's principle, the 80-20 principle. And this is something I share quite in detail in the 12-week program. I'm going to share a particular exercise that you can do that will help do less and achieve more. Now, caveat, like I mentioned at the start of this video, this is for traders who already have their system, already have a trading plan. If you're still in the stage of learning and developing a system and back testing to find that system, may or may not apply as much as for a trader who's a little bit more experienced and has their trading plan already. This paradox we face as traders is that once you have a system, the more you trade, chances are the more losses you're going to take, or chances are the more you're going to try and force bad ideas onto the market and take losses. As a trader, less is oftentimes more. It's about being patient, knowing your setups and your trading plan, and waiting for the market to present opportunities. That's simple. I think people understand that. Now, when we talk about Pareto's principle here, the 80-20 principle, what that says is that 80% of your results come from 20% of the things you do. Or you can do a 70-30. 70% of your results come from 30% of the things you do. The ratio itself isn't necessary. The principle is what's important. It's important to recognize that a lot of what we do is not necessary. And a lot of our results, our main results, come from a very small subset of setups we take or hours we trade or pairs we trade as traders. And it's important to know where the 20% is. It's important to know what it is you would like to leverage and what is bringing you results. Every great business does this. And I think as professional, if you have an ambition to be a professional trader, you have to treat your trading like a business. And I think all the best businesses know what 20% of products they offer that bring them 80% of their revenue or their profit. And it's important to know as a trader, and I'd be doing this every 3 to 6 months, I'd be going through my results and I would be having a look, okay, what are the 20% 20% of setups I take that get me 80% of my results? And you can flip that as well. What are the 80% of setups I take that get me 20% of my results? Or what are the 20% of setups I take that get me 80% of my losses? And what you're doing here is you're doing an assessment of your strategy, you're doing an assessment of your results using the 80-20 principle to help identify what areas of your trading you want to leverage and what areas of your trading you may want to leverage out of. For example, getting to where I am now with my trading strategy is because of all the 80-20 questions and analysis I've done. And I've gotten rid of things out of my trading plan. I've leveraged things that work and do more of certain things because of the 80-20 principle. For example, let's say you identify that one of your setups, which you trade 20% of the time, gets you 80% of your results. And it's also a very high strike rate system. What you can do with that information is you can start to leverage that setup a little bit more. Maybe you risk slightly more in that particular setup, or maybe you don't trade other setups and you wait for that particular setup. But once you know what the 20% is that's getting you 80% of your results, you have data there that you can make wise decisions as a businessman or a businesswoman, and you're looking at your strategy objectively, allocating capital accordingly, or risk managing accordingly, or cutting things out and bringing things in accordingly because of what the data says. And so too, let's say you have a look at your trading results and you see that I'm taking 80% of setups here and they're getting me 20% of my results. That's impacting my sleep, that's impacting my relationships, that's impacting my lifestyle. And I'm doing so much and I'm putting so much energy into these 80% of setups that are yielding me so little. Why not just focus on the 20% that are yielding me 80% of my results? And what you're doing in this thought process is you're doing less and achieving more. This is what it's all about, effectiveness and efficiency. And one of the aims of a great business person, businessman, or a businesswoman is they're managing their business to higher levels of effectiveness and efficiency. Because if you're doing that and you're being more effective and efficient, what you're doing is you're taking care of yourself as well. Because being in positions is extremely stressful at times. It can impact sleep, it can have impact on the other areas of life. But what I am a big promoter of, especially in a 12-week program, is that you want to find what works in your trading. You want to leverage what works. You want to leverage the 20% that's getting you 80% of your results. And that makes trading a lot less stressful. That makes trading a lot less time intensive. That means as a trader, you can have time to empower the other areas of your life, and you can build more of a holistic system and a more holistic lifestyle. And guess what? You're getting better results in your trading because now you're not taking a lot of the setups that yield you your losses. You're not taking a lot of the setups that drain you as an individual and impact your sleep and impact your stress levels. So you're becoming more effective and efficient as a trader, and you're managing your system to higher degrees. So this is a constant question that I constantly be asking myself. How can I manage my business, my trading more effective and efficiently? What are the 20% of things I do? What are the 20% of setups I take that give me 80% of my results? What are the 20% of pairs or stocks or cryptos I trade that give me 80% of my results? What are the 20% of times, what sessions, London, New York, that I trade that get me 80% of my results? It was obvious to see that even though I'm in Australia, I'm technically in the Asian time zone, that the Asian time zone doesn't necessarily work all that well for my setups. So if I see a setup in Asian time, in the Asia session, I'm much less likely to trade that particular setup. Or if I see a setup coming in on a Monday, I'm much less likely to trade that setup because I know that those times from my 80-20 analyses don't necessarily yield me the results, the profitable results. Getting close to the London Open and it's a Thursday or a Friday, I know that those are time zones and times that work really well with my strategy. Two, I know that certain pairs are going to be more reliable than other pairs. Currency pairs are going to be more reliable than commodities. Equities are going to be more reliable than commodities based on the way I trade. And this is all information you get from doing these 80-20 analyses. So I know where to allocate my energy. I know where to allocate my time and focus. I'm doing less and I'm getting more from it, because that also frees me up to focus on doing things like growing my business, sharing more insights with you guys, learning, studying, empowering those areas of my life, going to work out and empower those areas of my life, spending time with friends and family, empowering those areas of life. So I'm doing less in my trading, yet it's bringing me more holistically in my life and in my trading results. This is a constant question that's on my mind. Now, there are two additional things that I'd love to share in this video. The first thing here is that you may have the drive. So there may be an underlying another challenge here that you're saying, all right, this makes sense. The 80-20 analysis works, it makes sense. Technically it works. I want to do less, but I want to get more results. But then you have this feeling that you still need to be trading. You have this feeling, even though you know the data provides insights that less is more, and I'll make more money as a trader if I do less, you still have that need or that feeling to trade. And this is comes down to a couple things. The first thing is the expectations that you have in your mind on the market. What type of expectations are you projecting onto the market? What type of fantasies are you projecting about what you think the market's going to give you? What type of expectations do you have on the type of money you'll make, or the type of capital you can have access to, or the funding challenges you'll pass? And what type of time horizons are you projecting onto the market? Do you expect yourself to make a lot of money quick? Do you expect yourself to make and pass funding challenges quick? These expectations, these fantasies that we project onto the market drive impulsive behavior, because now we don't want to lose these fantasies. We don't want to lose these expectations. We want them now. We want them here and now. This is all driving this need to be trading in the market. And even though we know objectively that the data says less is more, and that I could actually be making more money and having a more balanced, holistic lifestyle, I still can't do it. It's because of those expectations. It's because of those fantasies that we project onto the market. Incredibly important to be aware of these. It's important to ground these expectations and fantasies. Just being aware of them can do a lot to sort of quiet them down. You want to be checking out the 12-week program where I teach you the processes to actually go in there and address these, so you can get present, you can get focused, and you can start building consistent results. The other thing here that may stop you from following the 80-20 principle is you may not have a balanced and holistic lifestyle. You may have just put all your eggs into your trading, that's all you do. That's okay. You may have a more concentrated value system, but you have to understand that you're gonna be more impulsive in your trading. You're gonna be more emotional. When trading's going really well, you're gonna be extremely elated and more impulsive. And when trading's not going too well, you're gonna be extremely depressed. So your emotional volatilities, if you have a less of a balanced lifestyle and you have more of your value concentrated in one thing, there's gonna be a greater emotional volatility towards that thing. If you don't have a balanced lifestyle, if you're not prioritizing your health or your learning or your relationships or building other businesses or other work, etc., then you may struggle to follow through with the 80-20 principle, because you have so much invested into the trading. Even though you know objectively that doing less is more, you don't have anything else to do. I would be doing the 80-20 analysis on your setups, the time zones, pairs, the stocks you trade, whatever it is. I would be doing an 80-20 analysis on how you can have a look at what you're doing well in your trading so you can leverage that. I would also be doing an 80-20 analysis to identify what common mistakes you're making on what particular setups, or where most of your losses are coming from, what setups, what time zones, what pairs most of your losses are coming from, and doing an 80-20 analysis to leverage what's working and to leverage out of what's not. And then I'd be going in there and I'd be acutely aware of your expectations. You can use the Bulletproof Your Mindset tool to do that. Jump in the 12-week challenge, the free trial, take advantage of that so you can start learning these principles. And then I would be going in and building out more of a holistic lifestyle to ensure that trading is integrated into a balanced, sustainable system, a lifestyle that I can sustain for the next 10, 20 years, whatever it is. And all these things will come together to ensure that you get better results, do less, but you're getting more. You're empowering all areas of life, you're getting better trading results, but you're just letting your edge play out on high quality setups. And ultimately that's what I see the best traders do. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. So hopefully this is insightful. Make sure you take full advantage of the free trial to the 12-week program. Check the links in the description below, but I'll see you all in the next video.